So I just got done working out, and I realized that you can believe all you want that you're out of shape and you need to get into shape, but if you don't act upon that belief, you're not going to get into shape. So unless I actually pick up some dumbbells or a barbell, go run, do push-ups, do something, but I'm not active, I'm not going to get in shape. Just like Christianity, unless you act upon your faith, you're not going to change to become a child of God. Belief gives you the right to your transformation journey. And it's the same thing in Christianity. You read in John chapter 1 and verse 12, but to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Belief does not mean you're a child of God, but it gives you the right to become a child of God. You still have to follow through with the process of how to become one. Same thing if you wanted to be a bodybuilder. You just don't say you're a bodybuilder. You actually have to go through with the diet. You actually have to go through with the lifting, and you have to go with the proper sleep patterns. You have to do the things that get you there to that point. So the question always gets thrown out about belief is, what about John 3:16? And most people that use this as the only verse that says all you have to do is believe, become a child of God, they don't really read the rest of the chapter, and they don't really look within the context of it as well. In John 3:16 it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life." But there's a little phrase in there that says, should not perish. Should not perish. It doesn't say shall not perish. Also, if we go to the end of the chapter, it says in verse 36, whoever believes in the Son has eternal life. Okay, whoever does not obey the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of God remains on him. So, we see in verse 36, we see that belief again, whoever believes in the Son of God has eternal life. The person has eternal life, but we see the rest of the verse, it says he must meet the requirements, and the requirements is to obey God. Whoever does not obey the Son shall not see life. Also take a look at Luke 6, verse 46. It says, "Why do you call me Lord, Lord?" That's belief. "And not do what I tell you. Everyone who comes to me and hears my words and does them, I will show you what he is like." And then he starts to proceed into the story about the wise man and the foolish man building their houses. If you're watching this right now, do not confuse my words. Faith is totally necessary. I'm not downgrading it at all. Because we even read in Hebrews chapter 11, Hebrews chapter 11 is the chapter of faith. And we go to verse 6. It says, "Without faith it is impossible to please him. For whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists." But I want us to finish the rest of it. "And that he rewards those who seek him." That's the ESV version. Other versions say, "who diligently seek after him." So there implies an action to seek after God. Even when we read in Romans chapter 1, starting at verse 5, the goal of the apostles was to bring obedience of faith. Romans chapter 1 verse 5, "Through whom we have received grace and apostleship to bring about the obedience of faith for the sake of his name among all nations." So if you would get anything from this video today, I want you to realize that true biblical faith is not a faith that just believes and that's it. No, true biblical faith is a faith that believes and there's action. I remember growing up there was a saying, I'm going to end with this: the faith that saves is the faith that obeys.